What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you with some Destiny. Now, all those network problems aside, I did finally manage to get into the tower. So we're going to check out, see what's going on in the tower now. Let's see, I do not have any House of Wolves engrams, unfortunately. Because like I said, I didn't do much farming when it came time to do the wolves bounties. And you can see now Petra must be gone because they have the back area of the tower closed off. Let's see what the gunsmith has. Okay, here's the option to reforge. Very cool. So you can reforge weapons apparently. But for some reason it's only showing my Iron Banner. Okay, that's probably because I don't have any new weapons yet. So that's only showing my Iron Banner weapons, which you could always reforge those. That reforge option is only going to be for new House of Wolves items. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go check out the new vendor weapons and armor. We'll do the tower real quick here, and then we'll run off to the Reef and check out the Reef. See what they've got over there. All right, so first stop, let's go check out the Vanguard Quartermaster and see what they've got. You still got the same weapons for your Vanguard Armory, and it looks like we have our new House of Wolves Vanguard weapons. Now these no longer need a commendation, which is really cool. Unfortunately, it looks like there's only 6 now instead of 12 that they used to have, so there's a little bit less variety. I hope these are going to rotate, but apparently they're not, and I hope there's more weapons we can get later on. All right, first we have the Pest Control Matrix. This is an auto rifle, and you can see here now you've got the Ascend option. You have Reforge Ready, and then kinetic damage. So you can see some of the scope options this comes with. It's got hip fire, lightweight, speed reload, and small bore. You get increased range and stability with slower reload and reduced magazine size. An army of 1 unassisted kills with this weapon, reduced grenade, and melee cooldown. Honestly, I was kind of looking at these new perks over the week leading up to this. I'm not very impressed with a lot of these new perks because I'm not a huge fan of the whole min-max thing. And now it's like, instead of just getting a perk, it's going to give you a bonus, but it's also going to take something away. And I think what they're trying to do there is balance the Crucible a little bit by making it so that even if you reforge these weapons, you're not going to be able to get your, your God complex weapon like before. You could get your hammer forged and shot package shotguns, and now hammer forged apparently is no longer part of the shotgun perk tree. Now this is the 55A All Fate. This is actually one of the weapons I was looking forward to grabbing. This is a new pulse rifle. The statistics look really good on this thing. It has some decent scopes. You've got Grave Robber. Melee kills while this weapon is equipped have a chance to refill your magazine. You got Flared Magwell, Snapshot, and Casket Magazine, which takes away your stability but is going to give you a much bigger magazine. I don't know how much that's going to take it up to, but very interesting. You also have Hidden Hand. This weapon grants better target acquisition, so I'm guessing that means it has stronger aim assist. But overall, this looks like one of the better House of Wolves weapons from what I saw before, so I'm probably going to pick this gun up and try it out. All right, we got the 1-1 Synesthete. I don't know. Got some interesting scopes, quick draw, focus lens, and red dot ORS. It has Battle Runner. Kills with this weapon grant a brief boost to the sprinter's top speed. Single point sling, explosive rounds, and small bore again. More range and stability, but slower reload time and a smaller magazine than 14 on a scout rifle, which is not going to be very useful at all. And Outlaw, precision kills with this weapon dramatically increase your reload speed. Interesting. Looks kind of neat there. All right, you got the give-take equation. This is a new fusion rifle. It's going to do solar damage. It doesn't really look all that different than some of the other fusion rifles we've had before. You got spray and play, increased reload speed of weapon when the mag is empty. Skip rounds, useless perk, especially on a fusion rifle. High caliber rounds, never really found that useful on a fusion rifle either. In hand-laid stock, increase your stability at the reduction of some range. Interesting perk. Also got Grenadier, kills with this weapon, reduce the cooldown of your grenade. Not a great perk set for a fusion rifle. That's definitely going to be a reforge. All right, now finally we have a Void Sniper. This is something I've been hoping to get in the game for a long time. You can get just a Void Vendor Sniper. I don't think we've ever had one of those. You get long view scope and also the ambush SLH25. That's a very good scope. You've got outlaw. Skip rounds again. I don't know why they even bother putting these on half these weapons. Single point sling. An injection mold gives you increased stability, faster handling, but reduced range. That's actually pretty good if you want to use it for a run and gun sniper. Combined with that ambush scope, doesn't seem like too bad of a perk there. Shoot to loot, shooting any type of ammo picks it up. Not really a great perk at all. That can come in handy from time to time, but really overall there's a lot much better perks you can get in that slot. All right, and finally we have the Sawtooth Oscillator. This is a machine gun. Just minuscule range on this thing. Halfway decent stability and a max rate of fire. You've got smart drift control for a little bit more stability, but the range on this thing is just wow. It just is not good. You got hip fire, quick draw, single point sling, and injection mold, which takes your range down even further. It's like not even shotgun range. And then you got crowd control, so not too bad. I don't know. It's 87 round magazine. This looks like the old new Monarchy machine gun. It just really, the statistics don't look all that great at all. You got the same sparrows you had before, and that's pretty much it for the Vanguard Quartermaster. Okay, moving along. Let's see if we've got any new ships. I doubt it, but you never know. You might get lucky. See if she's got... Nope, all the same generic stuff. The shipwright is totally useless. Alright, let's go upstairs. And we'll check out the Future War Cult, who has a bunch of new stuff here. Same emblems as before. We got some new weapons and armor items. We got the Fulcrum. This replaced the Chance, which is one of my favorite hand cannons. It looks interesting. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up or not. You've got Zen Moment, armor-piercing rounds, extended magazine, reinforced barrel gives you more range but lower stability, and hidden hand weapon gains better target acquisition. Hand cannons already have some of the best aim assist in the game, so that's just going to make that even better. This definitely, I think I would reforge this a few times if I did pick one of these up, but it's a very neat-looking hand cannon, so we may have to check that out. You've got the Frenzy, Fusion Rifle, Red Dot OAS, Red Dot OES. You got Replenish. Weapons magazine will be refilled whenever you use a super. Enhanced battery, bigger magazine size. That probably takes it up to 8 shots. You've got lightweight and reinforced barrel again. And then Battle Runner kills this weapon, granting a brief boost to your top speed. Yeah, overall, I'm not really digging these new perk sets. It doesn't seem like they're that great. All right, now we have the Conduit. This is a Future War Cult Pulse Rifle. This is the same one you could get from the packages before. Now you can get it from the vendor. You've got Feeding Frenzy, Flared Magwell, Snapshot, Casket Mag again, and Reactive Reload. Not bad perks, not great perks. Again, kind of middle of the road. Now we've got the Calling. This is a Future War Cult machine gun. It was available from the vendor prior to House of Wolves. You have Battle Runner, skip rounds, single point sling, oiled frame, faster reload, reduced range. God, that range is just dismal. And Rodeo. Not a great weapon at all. That's definitely one you would reforge if you got it. All right, the Fear. This is a rocket launcher. This actually looks pretty cool. It's got Battle Runner, Flared Magwell, Javelin, and Snapshot, and grenades and horseshoes. The perks aren't great on this, but they're not terrible. Still, you can do much better. And finally, the Chosen, which is a sniper rifle. Got long view SLR-10, ambush SLH-25, rodeo. Never really been a fan of that on snipers. Quick draw, high caliber rounds, and hand-laid stock. More stability, less range, and unflinching. This is a good perk for PvP. So that's the look at your Future War Cult weapons. Now let's take a look at the armor for the Future War Cult. For the Titans, you have the Imminent War Helm. Now, you know, this is... all they did was they took the old Vanguard helmet and reskinned it. That looks stupid. Sorry, I just never liked those little horn helms. Rain Blows and Quintessence Transfer. Not bad. Those are pretty solid perks. You'll notice there are no more upgrade nodes on these. You basically just now need that etheric light to raise it up to, get to level 34. Your light level is 36, so not bad, but that just looks terrible. All they did was reskin the old Vanguard. Imminent War Gauntlets, again, it's just an old Vanguard piece. They've added some stripes on it, so not really a new armor design. You've got reload speed of scout rifles and paramuscular armature for increased grenade throw distance. The chest piece, Imminent Warplate. This is basically, again, the old Vanguard Vanguard chest plate. They just put the Future War Cult logo on it. So, pulse rifle ammo and shotgun ammo, not too bad. And look at the War Greaves. Same deal here. You just get a little bit more scout rifle ammo. And then you've got your Titan Mark for Future War Cult. So that's a little disappointing. They didn't really give the factions their own armor set. They just took the old Vanguard armor and just reskinned it for the factions. Let's see if Dead Orbit is the same or not. Of course, you've got the same emblems again. Looking through Dead Orbit weapons, you got Unwilling Soul 09. This is one of the most useless auto rifles in the game. Hip fire, armor piercing rounds, speed reload, hand laid stock. That's actually, you would want to use that here because the stability on this thing is horrible. And counterbalance, these two perks are not bad, but the impact on this thing is so terrible. I just could not suggest using that weapon for anybody. I've had it drop a few times from packages, and it's just terrible. Deadshot Luna SR1, kind of a neat looking scout rifle here. Got range lens, quick draw, focus. Fully automatic, that's a new perk they put on scout rifles, so you can now fire them, just hold the trigger down and they will continue to fire. This is actually a very interesting perk. I'm kind of excited to see how that works on these scout rifles. Quick draw, explosive rounds, and reinforced barrel. I don't know if that's a good perk considering you have to pair it with full auto. You want to have a little bit more stability, and you get Army of One also. Moving on, you've got Rude Awakening DOA. This is a new Dead Orbit shotgun that looks very cool. You've got Accurized Ballistics and Aggressive Ballistics for give you a little bit more range and impact. Rangefinder, wow, I can't believe they put Rangefinder on a shotgun. Fitted stock, quick draw, and reinforced barrel. Oh man, this thing is going to be a new Fellwinter's Lie because you got Rangefinder, you've got reinforced barrel. You're going to be able to pump that range out really far, especially since both ballistic options give you more range. This may be a weapon you need to buy. The perks on this for a shotgun right out of the box for Crucible are going to be very, very good, especially with 6-round magazine, decent rate of fire, and the ability to pump up your impact and your range with 3 different perks. That is going to be quite a beast shotgun in the PvP. Arma Engine DOA machine gun. This is a 331 void damage machine gun. A little bit of a smaller magazine, 33, but you got higher stability and a little bit better range with this. So you got linear compensator and soft ballistics. Hot swap readying this weapon grants a brief period of bonus accuracy, quick draw, single point sling, and small bore for more range and stability. A little bit smaller magazine. That might actually not be too bad. That might turn it into a weapon kind of like against all odds with the smaller 24-round magazine. But we'll see. Grenadier also. So actually not a bad machine gun. That's actually pretty decent. Exodus Plan RS1. This is the Dead Orbit rocket launcher that was in the game prior to House of Wolves. You could only get it through the packages. You've got tripod, always a great perk on rocket launchers. Flared magwell is good. Fitted stock, don't really need that. Snapshot, these two are kind of a wash. Grenades and horseshoes. All right, so this is actually a very solid rocket launcher. All 3 of these perks on top here are very solid if you're using this, but mainly only for PvE. There's no tracking on this. Of course, you can probably re-roll it to get tracking, but decent perks from the vendor. Not bad. We got Final Rest 2. This is also a Dead Orbit fusion rifle that was in the game prior that you could only get through the packages. You've got Spray and Play, Quick Draw, Lightweight, Reinforced Barrel, and Icarus. Improved accuracy while airborne. That may be pretty interesting, especially if you are a Sunsinger Warlock and you use the perk where you can float in the air and shoot people when you aim down sights. Might be an interesting perk. Now let's move on to the Dead Orbit armor. This is for the Titan again, and again they just reskinned the Vanguard helmets. Momentum transfer and quintessence transfer for the arms. Death Light gauntlets. Again, it's just a reskin, but actually that design looks pretty neat. That's kind of a cool paint scheme on there. Hand cannon loader and rain blows are the 2 perks with this. Dead Light plate. Again, just another reskin. And you get sniper ammo and pulse rifle ammo. Dead Light Greaves. More hand cannon ammunition. So it seems like a lot of the Dead Orbit armor is focusing on the hand cannons, and then you get your Dead Light Mark, which looks interesting. All right, so that's Dead Orbit. We're going to move on now. We're going to head back over to the other side of the tower. But honestly, so far, nothing overall that impressive in terms of the new gear. There's really nothing there. That is a whole lot better than what we already had. I'm just not personally, until I see how they work, I'm not a big fan of the new weapon perks. I don't think they work out very well. And I think personally, like I said earlier, I think that is their way. They're trying to balance weapons for PvP instead of just, balancing the weapons that they need to balance. They're just kind of hoping it will work itself out. All right, new Monarchy. Let's see what they have to offer now. Now, the Vanquisher has been removed from the vendor, which is kind of unfortunate. Instead, you have the Vindicator XI. And it's another kind of interesting looking auto rifle. Quick draw, ranged lens, and red dot OAS. Battle runner, snapshots, skip rounds, small bore. You probably actually would want to go with small bore there. And persistence. So not the greatest perks. I would definitely re-roll this a few times if you decide you want to pick up this auto rifle. Now here's one that I'm actually very excited about. This is the Red Hand 9. This is a hand cannon from New Monarchy. I tried so hard to get this weapon from packages. Was unable to do it, and I love the way this thing looks. As a hand cannon fan, I'm probably going to pick this up as soon as I can. You've got fast draw, quick draw, and true sight IS. Triple tap, rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. You've got speed reload, lightweight, and rifled barrel for more range but a slower reload speed. And then hidden hand weapon has better target acquisition. This is a very strong hand cannon right out of the box from the vendor. I would actually recommend this. This is probably going to be one of my first weapons I try to pick up. All right, you got the Judgment 6. Shotgun was in the game prior. They sold this before. You got accurized ballistics and aggressive ballistics, and also linear compensator. Grave Robber melee kills with this weapon is equipped to have a chance to refill your magazine. That might be handy if you're running a Warlock or Titan melee build in the Crucible. Fitted stock for more stability, high caliber rounds, and small bore for more range and stability at a smaller magazine and slower reload size. And then you've got Battle Runner again on this shotgun. All right, Pacifier X. This is a machine gun, big monstrosity. This actually has a smaller magazine and a little bit better stability. So this is actually maybe a pretty solid machine gun. I don't know, we'll see. Quick draw, snapshot, and injection mold. And then you've got persistence, which is always a good perk to have on rapid fire weapons. All right, here we go. The Admonisher 3. This was also in the game prior. You could get this through packages with New Monarchy. You've got spray and play, flared magwell, fitted stock, single point sling, and tracking. So you do have a vendor tracking rocket launcher, which is very good. It's just going to be a one shot in the tube, but still it's nice to have tracking on a vendor rocket launcher. Finally, we get to the Violator 12. This is a sniper rifle. I'm not sure if I'm really digging these new sniper rifle designs. They look kind of weird. But you've got Longview SLR-10, Ambush SLH-25, and the Eagle Eye SLR-20. Mulligan, which is a completely useless perk. Snapshot, lightweight, and hand-laid stock. Not a great perk tree there. And Replenish Weapons Magazine will be refilled when a super is cast. Well, usually if you're using a sniper rifle, you're not going to be anywhere in range to use your super, so that is kind of a useless perk. This would definitely be a sniper rifle you want to reforge a few times to get your perk set up. Oh, and it looks like we're going to disconnect again. Oh, maybe not. All right, for armor, you've got... I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Well, guys, that's unfortunate. It appears we're still having network problems with Bungie. So I'm going to cut the video off there. I'm going to upload that so you guys can see at least that little bit of content. And then what I'll do is when I can get back on, I will do the rest. So apologize for all the problems, guys, but this is what I deal with all the time on Xbox, just constant disconnects from Bungie's network, despite the fact that I have decent internet and everything on my end is fine. So very frustrating. All right, guys, we're going to try again here in a little bit, but thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming back to you with some more Destiny and House of Wolves coverage. And we are back in the tower again trying to go through some of the vendor items that are new to the game with House of Wolves. And we're back at New Monarchy where we disconnected last time. Looking at the Titan armor, we have the Elector's Cask. You have Impact Induction and Quintessence Transfer. The Elector's Gauntlets, which have a really kind of neat looking paint scheme. I really like that. It looks really cool. You've got Auto Rifle Loader and Paramuscle Armature. Speak today. Increase your grenade throw distance. Elector's Heart, new chest armor. Again, we're just looking at reskins of the old Vanguard stuff. That's all this really is. Scout Rifle ammo. And then we've got the new Titan Mark of the Initiative. So it's kind of interesting they took, it used to be you had like all kinds of different options for armor and weapons from these guys. They really seem to have limited that down. I wonder if there's going to be more options through the packages. Now we're going to go check out the speaker. He apparently is doing his item trade now. So let's see if you can indeed trade things with the speaker. All right, so it's got a material exchange here. You can trade Ascendant Shards, or you can get trade your Ascendant Energy for Ascendant Shards, trade your, okay, in Mode of Light, you can buy those for Ascendant Shards. You can also buy Glimmer. Now it's interesting because in the previews they showed in the stream, he had a lot more options. There was more stuff you could trade here, so I wonder what happened to that. There were at least 7 or 8 items you could trade for, so they obviously have not put all those in the final product, or maybe there was somebody else. I guess we'll find out. Anyways, you can now trade stuff with the speaker. Maybe the other stuff Xur is going to have, I don't know. Now let's see if they have given poor Ava Levante anything to do besides the same 6 shaders every week. Nope. Nothing new here. All right, guys, we got one more stop to make at the Crucible. We're going to see Lord Shax and the Crucible Handler and see if they have what their new items are. And then we will get off to the Reef. Before anybody asks, I'm not going to be showing any like dead ghost stuff in the Reef. I'll let you guys look for that stuff on your own. I was kind of having some thoughts today. I was thinking about YouTube and how it's like everybody is kind of ruining some of the content by just showing every, and here I am showing stuff, but, showing all the hidden stuff that you can go find. I don't, maybe in a couple weeks I'll do that, but I want to let you guys at least have something to kind of explore and find out. All right, so let's get into the Crucible armor. This stuff should all be new for the Titan. This should all look really kind of neat. Got your Commando Custom. That looks very cool. Got Rain Blows and Quintessence Transfer. You got the Ursus Tactical. Also pretty cool looking helmet. Impact Induction and Quintessence Transfer again. You got Commando. Those look really neat. You got Pulse Rifle Loader and Momentum Transfer. You got the Ursus Tactical. Those look really cool. I like those. Nice and bulky there. And you've got Auto Rifle Loader and Rain Blows. For the chest armor, you've got the Commando Custom. It's got a little, I guess, red bird on the front there. Pulse Rifle and Fusion Rifle. So it seems like they're really going for a Pulse Rifle theme here, along with Auto Rifles. This is the other chest piece. It's got Auto Rifle armor and, or Auto Rifle ammo and Sniper Rifle ammo. And those look kind of weird. They got Auto Rifle ammo. And then we've got Ursus Tactical. Those look okay. Scout Rifle ammo. Mark of Favor. And Formation Mark. Okay, so that's the Titan armor for the Crucible. Of course, we'll come back later and look at Hunters and Warlocks as well. All right, so let's check out the Crucible Quartermaster and see what weapons they are offering now. You have the Lowdown PXIV. Kind of a neat looking auto rifle. This was supposed to be an all-white paint scheme earlier. Looks kind of like a submachine gun. Very cool looking weapon. Sure Shot IS and focus lens. Not thrilled about these scopes, but of course you can reforge these. Crowd control, armor-piercing rounds, speed reload, and rifled barrel. So some actually pretty solid perks on here, plus counterbalance. It's actually pretty good right out of the box. Of course, auto rifles right now, the Crucible, are not very good. Got the 0-point LOTP, a cool looking scout rifle. Focus lens, fast draw, and red dot OAS. You've got triple tap, rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to your magazine. High caliber rounds, custom optics, hand laid stock, and third eye. Decent set of perks for PvP. And we have the Up the Ante. This is basically a reskin of Timer's Lash. They're now using in the Crucible. Doesn't look like it's very high impact. 12-round magazine. This is probably going to be one of those 3 to 4 shot kill hand cannons. You've got hot swap. Readying this weapon grants brief period of bonus to accuracy, speed reload, high caliber rounds, and small bore, which actually might be a pretty good perk on this gun. And an army of 1, unassisted kills, reduced grenade, and melee cooldown. Interesting. Interesting hand cannon. Hard Luck Charm. This is a new shotgun, void damage shotgun. Looks kind of like Two to the Morgue. You got CQB ballistics and aggressive ballistics. Grave Robber, flared magwell, high caliber rounds, injection mold, and battle runner. This is a shotgun you would want to reforge. The perk set is not that impressive out of the box. Compared to that Dead Orbit shotgun, which just looks ridiculous, I would pass on this. I'm probably going to pick up that Dead Orbit shotgun. It looks ridiculous. All right, Subtle Nudge DN7. Very interesting looking sniper. It's got Short Gaze SLH-10, Ambush SLH-25, and Hawkeye SLR-15. Hidden Hand, Flared Magwell, Custom Optics, Reinforced Barrel, and Grenadier. Then finally we have the Pax Totalis EPR-8. Got Smart Drift Control, Countermass, and Aggressive Launch. Army of 1, Heavy Payload, Fitted Stock, Single Point Sling, and Who's Next. So that's pretty much it. You got the same sparrows again. Same sparrows. All right, so let's go check out what Captain Zavala, Commander Zavala has with the new Vanguard Titan armor. Now, this looks like the same as the Crucible armor, just skinned a little bit differently. Got a little kind of a silver fin. Of course, I'm using a silver shader, so that's probably why it's looking that way. Oh, that looks really cool. I like that. I may have to get that. That looks pretty awesome. Momentum transfer and inverse shadow. Looking at the commando. Not so great. Now I keep forgetting I already have my Titan at 32, so I don't even know if I'm going to spend my marks on armor, because all I need to do is really ascend his current gear and I could be level 33 and 34. I'm probably going to be more focused on getting armor for my Hunter and Warlock. Scout Rifle and Sniper. That's kind of a neat looking chest piece. Interesting. We got Auto Rifle and Shotgun ammunition. Yeah, I really wish they would give Titans some better looking legs. They have some really terrible looking leg armor in this game. I'd rather see some big bulky, something that looks, you know, like a Titan should have. And we got some 2 new Titan marks, Holborn's Host Mark and Mark of the Dauntless. All right, so there you go, guys. That is your That's your armor and weapons now in the tower from all the vendors. I'll come back later and do we will do the Hunter and the Warlock. We'll take a look at their armor, but right now we are going to go to the Reef and check out the Reef and see what's going on there. The new social zone. Very excited to go check that out and see what's going on. I wonder if they are going to redo or still be offering the bounties for Queen's Wrath, because I didn't get to finish those, so I didn't get the Queen's Gift that everybody else probably got. So I don't know what that's going to actually provide. All right, so let's go check out the Reef. Vestian Outpost. Let's go. Our new social zone. It looks like we're going to get a new cutscene.
The Guardians have grown stronger among the light. The destruction of the Black Garden's heart was impressive. And to challenge a Hive Prince, brave indeed. But now our Queen welcomes them here to fight alongside the Awoken? Guardians could be quite useful in dealing with these traitorous fallen wolves. Prepare the feed across all open channels.
Attention, Guardians. This is Petrovenge of the Awoken Royal Guard. Multiple bounties have been issued on key fallen targets. The Reef is now open to you.
All right, so we got a cool new cinematic there, kind of showing the Reef out there in the asteroid belt out by Jupiter. Interesting stuff. And now I had to come back to orbit, apparently, and I have no options here, so. All right, we got a new Grimoire card. Those are probably going to be for all the vendors in the Reef. And now we are heading to the Reef. All we need is some Doctor Who title music right here. All right, here we are in the Vestian Outpost. Very cool looking, very nice backdrop here. All right, so let's go explore. I guess we got all kinds of... So there's a postmaster here.
Shall I take a message? Closing communication.
We've got our vault access. Very cool. And we have our bounty tracker here. Looks like I don't want to turn these in yet because I'm waiting to get packages. Looks like he's got so pretty much the same stuff you can get at the tower. All that is just a new area for you to do things. Let's check. Let's go down here and see what's going on down here. Can we go? We can't go anywhere. Okay. All right. So this looks like just an area that people are hanging out. Nothing over here. And this is Brother Vance for the Trials of Osiris. So here we can buy a Trials Passage. Of course, you can't do this without a fire team, so that's probably not going to, you're not going to be seeing me doing too much of those. Trial Surprise, Favor of Osiris. You will start the trials with a win already awarded. You've been granted mercy. Your first loss will be forgiven. And you get a boon. If you win your next match, it will count as 2. Now, you get these by using passage coins, which have been dropping in normal Crucible for the last few days. I'm sure they will also probably drop from playing Trials matches. All right, Stone Tier. Trials participants earn the right to Stone Tier prizes. 2 wins in a single passage. Bronze Tier. I'm guessing these will give you probably random rewards. Okay, Plate of the Exile. Wow, 536. That's light 42 right out of the box. So you get that for getting 5 wins. That's for the Titan. Of course, it's going to be different for the Hunter and the Warlock. It looks okay. Shotgun and hand cannon ammo. Silver Tier, I'm guessing this is probably a random. These are probably like Postmaster packages. You probably get like a random prize pool in there. The Summoner, which is an auto rifle, and he's got the gold tier also. Okay, so let's look at the Summoner. This is a new auto rifle. Looks interesting. Red dot, focus lens, third eye, hammer forged, flared magwell, perfect balance, and hidden hand. Now, interestingly enough, no option to reforge at all. That kind of sucks. But interesting looking auto rifle nonetheless. So there's your look at Brother Vance. So it looks like that's all that's downstairs. Let's move up here. This is... Can't go any further. Okay. All right, we got a new Cryptarch, Master Ives.
Watch closely and see what a real Cryptarch can do.
Taking shots at Master Raoul, huh? Interesting. I'm ready to get a Cryptarch package. I'm going to hold off though. Do that later on. So we got a new Cryptarch. Does he have apparently the same level as before? So that's pretty cool. All right, so here is Verax the Loyal. He's with House of Judgment. This is going to be the vendor for the Prison of Elders. I actually do like his voice. I think he sounds pretty cool. So he's got some armor. Now this is going to change weekly, apparently. He's going to change his inventory. He's got Kelsilator's grips for the Titan. Now, these have paramuscle armature, special weapon loader, and ether claw. Chance to generate orbs when killing fallen. So that's kind of like the perks you got from the raid armor with Crota. They look interesting, but again, no reforge option on these. You got Wolf Slayer's Claw. This thing does look pretty awesome. Crowd control, flared magwell, field scouts, perfect balance, and shank burn. Weapon deals moderate bonus damage to fallen shanks. Those annoying shanks. But overall, looks like a very interesting auto rifle. A little bit of a small magazine, but you do get field scout. And again, no reforge options here, but very cool looking auto rifle. Judgment's Chance. Attain for a chance to acquire Prison of Elders rewards. So, interesting. That must be also like a Postmaster package type thing. Alright, so House of Judgment, rank 1, he has, looks like Titan marks. You can get marks for each house. That looks pretty cool. I like the chains. That looks pretty awesome as well. And finally, Mark of the Wolves. Very cool. All right, then he's also going to have ammo synthesis and heavy and special. Now he's got some new ships when you get to rank 2. The Devil's Due BKR. Looks very interesting. Kingslayer. So these have kind of a fallen theme to them. The Colt Snap. I actually like that. It looks pretty cool. And the Wolf Hunter BKR. So, interesting designs. So they're okay. Alright, and we also have new shaders. 5 new shaders that will be available when you hit rank 3. It looks like you need a token of identity. I'm not sure what that is. I'm guessing that will drop from Prison of Elders, maybe? King's Wind, very interesting. And they still haven't fixed the problem where your exotics. See, that's the one thing I don't like about Skullfort. It's like always that gray color. It never changes to match your shaders. Okay, interesting colors. Okay, so not too bad. You got some new shaders. That's all he's got so far. I'm imagining you're also going to get rewards from him after rank 3, like the typical packages you get from the Postmaster. So that's pretty much it in the Reef. And then we have Petra Venge. Queen's Wrath. Let's see. She's going to have something for us. I'm pretty sure. New quest. Welcome to the Reef. Get acquainted with your allies in the Reef. Quest rewards. All right. I think she's voiced by the lady that did Kasumi in Mass Effect. Sounds very familiar. You have reached the maximum number of quests you can have at one time. You know what? I forgot that those go under here, so we are going to have to... let's just dump one of these. Why not? Okay, we should be able to accept it now.
We all want the same thing, an end to the House of Wolves.
Alright, so she has the bounties. Wolf Scavengers, Queenbreaker Vandals, Howling Raiders. Interesting. So it looks like there's going to be some new bounties. So she's got the emblems and the shaders from before, which you could have got over the weekend if you were playing. And then she's got some new shaders. Palace Victorious. Very cool. That looks kind of like a new Monarchy type color there. Imogen's Fire. Ooh, that looks nice. Looks very cool. And then, oh, you can get the ship now from the Reef. I really wanted this the last time they did Queen's Wrath, way back when. If you're a day one player, you remember that. She first brought the ship into the tower. It was very cool looking, and that's about it. All right, guys, so that is a look at the Reef. I'm going to go ahead and go explore a little, do work on this quest, but I don't want to, you know, spoil that for you guys. I'll let you guys kind of have that little intimate moment with the game on your own. And when I come back next time, we will take a look at the new story missions that are here with House of Wolves. Hope you guys have been enjoying so far. I apologize for all the problems we've been having with the network and the disconnects. It's been kind of annoying, but at least it seems like it's stabilizing a little bit here. So anyways, guys, I will see you again next time.